Thanks. Mayor, I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Elmwood Park Mayor and Council for August 15, 2024, to order at 7:03 p.m. On roll call, we have Councilmembers Dennis. Here. Fasolo.
Here.
Golovec.
Here.
Pellegrin.
Here.
Troisi.
Here.
Council President Sheridan.
Here.
Mayor Coletti.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And I must say, I haven't seen this room filled like this in years. It feels good from this point. How you all doing tonight? Good? We're going to keep it that way, too. We're going to have a good old time. But first, we got to start by saying our prayer. We're going to have Miss Barbara, would you please come up? Pastor Ron? Okay, Pastor Ron, you got two duties tonight, a moment of silence and a prayer.
Good evening, everybody. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for this day. This is the day you have made. In humble adoration, we look to you and we welcome your presence in these chambers. Father God, you're a God of order. You're the creator of life. We ask you, any and all conversation today from your people in the council, let it be with kindness. Let it be with love. Invoke your presence in the hearts of your people, in the minds of the council members, that we all can be on one accord, because we are recognizing you, your sovereignty, your majesty, and your dominion. And we thank you, dear Father, in your heavenly name. In Elmwood Park, we all say, Amen.
Amen.
Now, the last time that we was here, it was a very somber moment. The council and everyone was more or less in a state of shock. But one thing about Elmwood Park, we may bicker amongst each other, but when one of us is affected, we come together. And that is what's great about the borough of Elmwood Park. Saying that is, we lost someone close, and that was Mr. Freitag. And I just thank everyone for the outpouring love that was dispersed to Mrs. Freitag and their family. Because Elmwood Park, we are one family. As children, we bicker amongst each other. But I will reiterate again, when one of us is affected, we come together as one, a community. I would like to take just a moment of silence for Mr. Freitag, because I would like, not out of order, Mayor and Chief, I would like to dedicate this meeting, August 18th, to Mr. Freitag. So can we have a moment of silence, please? His legacy will live with us forever. Thank you, Elmwood Park.
Thank you, Pastor. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For those of you that didn't know Mr. Freitag, he was an integral part of our society. He came to probably every council meeting, every library board meeting, every planning board meeting, which he was the chairman of. Just totally dedicated, him and his wife, to this town, and he's going to be missed for sure. Thank you, Pastor, for that moment. Whereas Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of the State of New Jersey require, at the commencement of every meeting, a statement of compliance be read by the presiding officer. Now, therefore, be advised that the meeting's requirements for this meeting have been met by publishing a special meeting notice in the Record and Herald News, and by posting such notice in the office of the Borough Clerk, as well as in a public place within the municipal building. and also by notifying interested citizens. Said notice was posted and transmitted on January 6th, 2024, and published on January 10th, 2024.
Okay, first up, we have approval of minutes. We have the July 18th, 2024 work session meeting, the July 18th, 2024 executive session, the July 25th, 2024 regular meeting.
Motion on the minutes.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
First by Pellegrin, second by Council President Sheridan. Our roll call, we have Council members Dennis,
Yes.
Fasolo,
I'm going to recuse as I was absent.
okay, Golovic,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Troisi,
Yes.
Council President Sheridan.
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, I will turn the meeting over for the Residents Assistance Program Awards. I'm going to call forward Mayor Coletti, Councilwoman Pellegrin, Ms. Angela Fava, and Chief Michael Foligno.
Mayor.
Thank you. Good evening. It is my pleasure to stand before you tonight to honor Coach Tom Mulligan and the Elmo Park Crusader football team and wrestling team. The mayor and council, along with the Elmo Park Residents Assistance Program, wishes to recognize these amazing athletes. Tonight, we're not recognizing them for the athletic ability. We're recognizing them for their dedication to this community. These young students volunteer their hours to shovel snow for over 40 residents, for senior citizens and handicapped residents. Without these students, this program could not be in place, and it is a much-needed program, so we thank you. Not only are these young students the backbone to the snow program, but they are the muscle behind the People's Pantry. They lift and they carry like you've never seen before. Sometimes we receive 3,500 pounds of food that comes on pallets, and with a simple phone call to Coach Mulligan, all of a sudden will appear 30 wrestlers or football players that come to assist us. Tom, Coach Mulligan, your leadership and passion for your students is commendable. Your ability to teach and motivate them and help them along the way is priceless. I thank you for always leading by setting an example. The Residents Assistance Program truly flourishes because we are a community that works together. I truly thank you. Tom and the football players and wrestlers, could you please come up? Mayor Coletti.
With our greatest appreciation, we hereby honor the Elmo Park Crusaders 2023 football team and Coach Tom Mulligan. Volunteers do not necessarily have time, they just have the heart. In recognition of your continuous service to the Residents Assistance Program, we're grateful for your commitment to helping those in need of our community. Thank you, Elmo Park Mayor and Council. We appreciate what you're doing.
One more, Mayor. One more slide. Look for the rest.
Ditto.
I want to say something.
It basically reads the same. I don't want to take it away from you, but I want to say something else instead.
These guys, not me. When you show up.
Okay. All right, guys.
Stay, I'm going to say something.
Everybody's taller than me, Mayor.
It's got to be our water.
Yeah, maybe. We'll say that too loud.
Yeah. Mayor, we're going to say a few words if you're okay with that.
Sure.
Okay? Are you finished or you want to say something?
No, I just want to say two words.
Okay.
Okay, so for successful this year, guys,
You say
what did it
something.
take get to this movie.
Say something too.
Could somebody tell me, I'm looking for one opportunity for,
Take a picture with all of them.
yes. Dedications, that's good. Strength, that's good. Work ethic, we're getting close. Get closer. Heart, that's in the ballpark too. That works too. So basically, what are we here? We are so what did it take to get to this point? Team work. All right, is that a common denominator? That you all have to work as a team, not individually. Individually, you can grow up on your personal habits, your personal fortitude, but when it comes to dealing with other players, if you don't have teamwork, you don't have anything. It's like playing baseball with 8 players that are all on the same page, and one player stops. What happens? Well, that activity doesn't follow. So, to that extent, I congratulate you all, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again next year.
I'd just also like to thank Tom and all the student athletes for all they do for the Residence Assistance Program. Like we said, Tom stepped up to the plate where others wouldn't do it anymore or couldn't do it anymore, and they've been doing it for us for a few years, and we really appreciate each and every one of you. And I'd like to thank Dr. Iachetti and the Board of Education for partnering with us with the RAP program, because we work together as a team and we help so many people in our community. So I want to thank you for coming tonight and showing your presence. We really appreciate it. And I'm not going to keep saying this over and over again, but really, when you leave here tonight, you should all be so proud of yourself, because we really couldn't do this program without each and every one of you. So thank you again. Want to get a picture with the council with them? Council, come down, we're going to take a picture with this group, and then we're going to do it down, okay? Shanae, come down for a picture.
Hi, Dan. How are you? Hey, good. How are you?
May, want me to call it Zez? Yes. Okay. Want me to say something first, then you'll read the pledge? Okay. I'd like to call up all the Azaz volunteers, please, at this time. Please stand over here. So before the mayor reads the plaque to you, I just want to say Azaz has been helping us for 7 years, faithfully helping our residents in need, raking leaves for them, coming and doing town cleanups for us. Whenever we call Azaz, they never say no. And they come in force. There's 60 to 80 volunteers that come at one time. So we couldn't do it without you, and you've been with us the longest. So we really want to recognize you tonight and thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you.
Unfortunately, I missed.
No, you're talking like
presentation you had, and I'm very sorry about that, because I appreciate you here before we gave us a great tour of your facilities. A1, how have you been?
Very good. Good to see you again, Mr. Lenny.
Same here, same here. Really? We haven't met before? Okay. Same here. This young lady, this little smile, I mean, it's just breathes with greatness and excitement. And this is her, she's this way the last 3 years that I know, and she doesn't change. And that's why this organization is all coming from the heart, and she should be poster child for the organization. Greatest appreciation to your ZES volunteers, the recognition of your outstanding dedication to Elmwood Park, the Residents Assistance Program, in helping those in need. Those in need, that's what these people do, they help. Presented by the Elmwood Park Mayor and Council, August 15, 2024. President, Mayor, this is you gotta get together for lunch. My pleasure.
Call the council, you want to come down and take a picture with his ass? Don't make me forget that.
Try and look as young as these people are.
Big smile on 3. Assess. Ready? You can look at that camera. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Assess. One more time. Extra loud. Ready? Big smile. 1, 2, 3. Assess. Great. Thank you.
We appreciate everything you're doing. Don't change. Stay safe. Where is that?
That's kind of scary. You better get close, get down, everything else. You better. That was quick, right? We were supposed to do it in May.
Good job.
No trip, because we're going to swap you out. You know.
You gotta know when to go.
Oops. Okay, at this time, we have a donation from the Homeowners Association. So I'm going to call forward Mayor Coletti, Councilwoman Pellegrin, and Council President Sheridan, and a representative from the Homeowners Association.
Okay. Mayor, you want to talk in the microphone? You want to say something in the microphone?
Go by the mic, why don't you?
Once again, on behalf of the Homeowners Association and our members, our board, we would like to present Mayor Coletti with a donation in the amount of $3,000 for the Vietnam Memorial. It's a team effort, and I have the best team in the world. We all work together, and we couldn't do it without one another. So, thank you, everyone.
What I like about Linda is I often say to her, show me the money. For those of you that don't know, we're raising money for a Vietnam Veterans Monument that's going to be dedicated on October 19th. And Linda and the homeowners have been gracious over the years to contribute to, hi, Ms. Barker. Contribute to our fund consistently, and we do appreciate what you're doing. We're all doing. And the other volunteers here, the council's been on board with this since day one. We're getting close to fruition, and it's people like this that make it a happy night for all of us.
Come down. Get a photo, man.
Get a picture. Hold on to one side of it. This one down. That's it. Oh, I'm a big cool boy. We want to make sure that everybody gets in.
Yes.
Reminds me of my wife, which is pull my check.
I got these two next to me.
Come closer.
Right?
Let's have some council comments. We'll start off with Pam, would you like to start?
I'd like to thank the young residents of the football and wrestling teams for their volunteer services to the community. Tom Mulligan, your guidance to build these children's character through community service is commendable. And to the volunteers at Azez, I volunteer a lot myself, and I know that community service is spiritually enriching. And I just wanted to remind them, I see that they've left though, to take time for themselves and for their families, because those relationships are important also. And sometimes when you're busy, devoting that much time to volunteerism, you sometimes experience some distance in those relationships. And I thank them for their service to the residents in need in this community. The things that they do would not get done without them. And to the Homeowners Association, thank you for always supporting the borough's programs. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Councilman Fasolo. Would you like to comment on some of these festivities of tonight?
Sure, Mayor. It's great to be back finally.
Welcome.
Thank you. First, I want to start off with the SES. They left, but I want to thank them for their 7 years of continuous support and dedication to our borough. The Homeowners Association for their generous donation, and the athletes. You guys are so dedicated to your community. Your professionalism, your volunteerism shows in everything that you do. You do with heart, and the borough is very, very thankful for that. And it's a testament to, Tom, your work with your group and how much of that you instill in them. So thank you again.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Pellegrin?
I pretty much said it all, but one last thing I want to say is, this is what happens when we work together. Community working together has made a big difference in this community in the last few years, and partnering together with our Board of Ed and teamwork with the kids and Tom and Aziz, it's just been a wonderful thing, wonderful experience. I know it's going to get bigger and better working together, and I just thank you all again. You're all amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Goldenbeck?
Thank you, Mayor. I want to start off with thanking our Homeowners Association once again, to Linda Colombini and her entire team. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Many think that the homeowners giving money back to the community is a new thing, but it's actually been going on for many, many years. We just happen to be publicizing it at meetings the last couple of years, but it's important to know this has been going on well over a decade. So thank you to herself and all of the officers, former and current. To the ASES group, we thank them for 7 years of great work. They don't have to be here in Elmwood Park, but they choose to be here in Elmwood Park to help. To our school district, led by Dr. Iachetti and the board trustees here, thank you for allowing us to partner with the kids. I want to thank these fine young men for helping. Mr. Mulligan has been at this for a long time with these programs, built a nice program and helped shape some very fine young men in our community. So I want to thank you all for everything you continue to do, and all of that is under the umbrella of RAP. So my compliments to Councilwoman Pellegrin, Mayor Coletti, Ms. Fava, and everyone that keeps that thing going, because it does help a lot of people. So thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Council President Sheridan?
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, Aziz, thank you very much for your 7 years of service. You guys are great. Tommy Mulligan, you are the best. To get your boys to do everything, I mean, it's just fantastic. Thank you very much. Homeowners, Linda Golombini, I've been with you going on 3 years, and I want to thank you for everything that you do for the Vietnam Memorial. Thank you.
Thank you. And last but not least, and she's not with us here physically, but she is here with us through modern technology, that phone right there. Councilwoman Dennis? Little glitch here in the technology. I say we go back to the rotary phone.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Okay. All right, well, we tried. I see we have some old friends in the audience here, former councilwoman, sitting behind Angela there, looking great. Oops, I'm interrupted, Sandy.
I'm here.
Councilwoman, would you like to make some comments on the events that occurred this evening?
Yes, Mayor, sorry about the disconnection. I just wanted to thank Aziz for their continuous support in Elmwood Park and coming out and helping out our residents each year. Congratulations to the wrestling team. Mr. Mulligan, I don't know how you get a bunch of teenagers to come out in the cold weather, but we truly appreciate your dedication and leading by example and showing our students how important it is to give back to their community. And again, Ms. Colombini, thank you so much to your program, the Homeowners Association, for continuing to give back to our community. You've made large donations to our Vietnam Memorial and also to our students and scholarship programs, and it is truly appreciated. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Councilwoman. And I would just like to say, well, I congratulated each and every one of you, but I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Iachetti and the school board members that are here this evening. They've graciously worked hand in hand with us with our concert series. Prior to them allowing us to use the high school facility, we would have a rain out in the gymnasium. And the gymnasium, the sound just bounces all around and it's hardly audible. But the high school and Mr. Iachetti and the school board, they allow us on rainy nights, inclement weather, to use the facility, and it's working beautiful. Even though we only had 50 people one night because it was pouring, you had to be out of your mind to come out in that evening. But still, it was the fact that we had it. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. All right, with that, may I have a motion to open the floor for public comments? what would you like to do first, dear? You want to do the, this first? Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. We're going to take a short break and get our act together here. We need the time just to recollect what we're going to do here, but stick around, don't go nowhere.
Okay. Mayor would like to reestablish a quorum. On roll call, I have council members Dennis.
Tanisha?
Here.
Thank you.
Here.
Okay. Fasolo?
Here.
Golombek?
Here.
Pellegrin?
Here.
Troisi?
Here.
Council President Sheridan?
Here.
Mayor Coletti?
Here.
We have reestablished a quorum. Next on the agenda, we have ordinances on first reading. Resolution R-264-24, introduce ordinance number 24-15 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled Bond Ordinance to Authorize the 2024 Road Resurfacing Program and by and for the Borough of Elmwood Park and the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $1,335,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment to authorize the issuance of bonds, to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds, be passed and adopted on first reading. And be it resolved that a final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, September 5th, 2024, at 7:00 p.m. or as soon thereafter as same can be heard, at which time any persons interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the borough clerk, being she is hereby authorized to advertise in a legal newspaper a notice of introduction and final hearing as required by law.
Mr. Foligno, would you mind breaking this down for us, please?
Sure, Mayor. This is a bond to put in place so we can do our annual road paving program, resurfacing program for 2024. Gives the engineers the ability to now send out bid packets for this program.
Thank you. May I have a motion on the ordinance?
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
First by Pellegrin, second by Fasolo. On roll call, we have council members Dennis.
Yes.
Fasolo.
Yes.
Golombek.
Yes.
Pellegrin.
Yes.
Troisi.
Yes.
Council President Sheridan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next, we have Resolution R-265-24, introduce ordinance number 24-16 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled Bond Ordinance to Authorize the Undertaking of the Borough Park Pavilion and Amphitheater Project and by and for the Borough of Elmwood Park and the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $625,000 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds, to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes and anticipation of the issuance of such bonds, be passed and adopted on first reading, and be it resolved that a final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, September 5th, 2024, at 7:00 p.m. or as soon thereafter as same can be heard, at which time any persons interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the borough clerk, be and she is hereby authorized to advertise in a legal newspaper a notice of introduction and final hearing as required by law.
Mr. Foligno, will you be so kind to break this down?
Mayor, bond for the second phase of the Borough Field rehabilitation project, the grass area, which we are going to make improvements to.
Okay, and that includes the girls' softball field is staying where it's at, is that correct?
Correct, Mayor. We're going to improve the field, and we received grant funds to assist us in this project.
Excellent. May I have a motion on the ordinance?
Mayor, before we vote, I just want to commend every Councilwoman Dennis and Councilwoman Troisi. We had set up a committee to come to an agreement on what would happen on this side of the field. Just want to commend them and the chief for being in those meetings as well. So I'll be voting yes.
Thank you, Councilman. Motion on the ordinance, please.
Second.
Any discussion?
Mayor, I have a question.
Oh, two people.
Okay, you're up, Mrs. Dennis.
I'm just curious about the amphitheater portion of this bond. What was that?
I think that was eliminated. It was eliminated. It's just in the language, but it didn't make any sense there to put any kind of concrete barriers. You can't and keep the field the way it is. So I think that's just a misprint here.
Okay, so we can update that? I do remember us saying we were going to eliminate that. That's why I was questioning it.
It's eliminated.
My discussion is,
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Yes.
can we replace that with the softball field? No, in the language, remove the amphitheater and replace with softball field. I'd like to actually be in the bond ordinance. It would make me feel a lot better.
I think it's in the back.
Oh, it is?
In the backup.
Oh, in the backup, okay.
The backup of the bond lists everything that's going to be covered underneath.
Okay.
Okay. Good thought.
I
though.
looked at it and I didn't see it, but I could have missed it.
Okay, we're still in discussion. Anybody else? Are you finished?
Oh, yes,
Mr.
Mayor.
Dorsey?
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else care to speak, discuss on this? We're good? Okay, call the roll.
Okay, first by Pellegrin, second by Golubek. On roll call, we have council members Dennis,
Yes.
Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Choisy,
Yes.
Council President Sheridan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next, we have Resolution R-266-24, introduce ordinance number 24-17 on first reading. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled Bond Ordinance to Authorize the Making of Various Public Improvements and the Acquisition of New, Additional, or Replacement Equipment and Machinery in New Communication and Signal Systems, Equipment, and by and for the Borough of Elmwood Park and the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $597,500 to pay the cost thereof, to make a down payment, to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of the issuance of such bonds, be passed and adopted on first reading, and be it resolved that a final hearing on said ordinance will be heard in the municipal building on Thursday, September 5th, 2024, at 7:00 p.m., or as soon thereafter, as same can be heard, at which time any persons interested in said ordinance can be heard. Be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be and she is hereby authorized to advertise in a legal newspaper a notice of introduction and final hearing as required by law.
Thank you. Mr. Foligno?
Mayor, this is a bond ordinance that we do every year for necessary purchases of big-ticket items for various departments within the borough that are not generally encompassed within the general operating budgets for those departments.
Okay, so it's outside their budget, but it's a piece of equipment that is essential and needed.
Correct.
May I have a motion on the ordinance?
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll, please.
First by Pellegrin, second by Fasolo. On roll call, we have council members Dennis,
Yes.
Fasolo,
Yes.
Golubek,
Yes.
Pellegrin,
Yes.
Choisy,
Yes.
Council President Sheridan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Now we have the consent agenda. We have Resolution R-267-24, approval of payroll, R-268-24, approval of bills list, R-269-24, capital budget amendment, R-270-24, authorized Vietnam Veteran Memorial Project, electrical services and payment for said work, JMD Electrical Contracting, R-271-24, authorized payment and professional services, GPI 2020 TAP Grant, Mola Boulevard Project, R-272-24, authorized payment for professional services, Xtel Communications, Inc., Cable Rewiring Project, R-273-24, resolution to refund Exchange Market Street LLC, R-274-24, resolution to refund Markel MFTG LLC, R-275-24, resolution to redeem third-party tax lien, R-276-24, resolution to refund tax-exempt disabled veteran, R-277-24, resolution to refund tax-exempt disabled veteran, R-278-24, resolution to refund tax-exempt disabled veteran, R-279-24, resolution to refund overpayment, R-280-24, resolution to refund overpayment, R-281-24, resolution for sports program stipend program, R-282-24, resolution authorizing tax exemption for disabled veterans, 122 Elmwood Drive, aka Block 210, Block 20, R-283-24, resolution authorizing tax exemption for disabled veteran, 38 Martha Avenue, aka Block 1611, Lot 9. R-284-24, appointment of special officers. R-285-24, approved 2024-2025 new and/or used car dealerships licenses. R-286-24, approved block party request. R-287-24, approved handicap parking space, Donor Avenue. And R-288-24, resolution to approve the consent agenda.
Motion on the consent agenda.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll. Yes, Ms. Dennis.
On R-281-24, the stipend program,
Okay.
I wanted it to say that the cost was to reduce the participation fee, and I just want to make sure that all the programs are involved in there. But I looked at it, did we cover all of the EP programs, Shanae?
Kyle will answer.
So the list of programs that the rec department gave us were the EP Bombers, Football Plus Cheer, EP Little League, EP Girls Softball, EP United, and Junior Crusader Wrestling. I believe that's all of them. If there were any that we missed, we would need to add them.
Okay, and are they required to submit a list of the amount of kids that registered prior to getting the payment?
It would be based on a per registration basis, correct? They'd have to show us how many participated, and then we get $25 for each of those.
And that would be submitted to the DA for the CFO to approve?
Correct.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Call the roll, please.
First by Pellegrini, second by Golombek. On roll call, we have Councilmembers Dennis,
Yes.
Fasolo,
Yes.
Golombek,
Yes.
Pellegrini,
Yes.
Choisy,
Yes.
Council President Sheridan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Mayor, at this time, I'm going to turn the meeting over to you for council reports.
Thank you. We'll start off with Councilwoman Dennis this time. Instead of last, you're going first.
Oh, thanks, Mayor. I'm not there. I sincerely apologize that I cannot be there this evening, so I will keep my comments short. Again, thank you to the Homeowners Association, Azez, and the wrestling team for donating all their time and funds to our community. And I just want to say progress, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Get better.
Thank you very much.
Councilman Fasolo.
It's been a while since I've been here, so I just want to, welcome myself back. And since I was excited to know that the Veterans Memorial Project is going to be getting done now, October 19th. It's actually my birthday, Mayor, so thank you for thinking of me. So it's great to see that coming to fruition. It's been a lot of hard work by a lot of our residents and a lot of our organizations. And that's it, progress, Mayor. Italy was great.
Thank you.
Thanks.
But you got to realize that Mr. Fasolo just came back from Italy, right? And back into his first meeting. So tell us a little about Italy. I mean, it's, we can't go. You've been there.
Well, Italy's great. It's great to be back, just because when you're missing your own bed and stuff after 3 weeks, you're a little homesick. But good food, good wine, good people, very relaxing.
Is the food as good as they say? Because everybody who goes there says it's the food. It's the food.
It's better than you could imagine, Mayor.
Wow. Gotta go. Thank you, Councilman. Welcome back. Councilman Golombek.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to thank all of our residents for coming out tonight. I look forward to hearing what people have to say during public portion. Thank you, Mayor. That's all I have.
Councilwoman Troisi.
On Monday, the Parks Committee, which consists of Councilwoman Dennis, Councilman Fasolo, myself, Chief Foligno, and the Borough Engineer, met over at the Elmwood Drive Park to discuss some improvements. And we're hoping we can bring something that the residents are going to be excited about. I don't think we might not be ready to say what it is yet, but it's something that people have been asking for and are looking forward to. Registration for the school year programs at the rec closes on the 28th. There's only a few spots remaining per school. We have 156 children registered for aftercare and 71 children registered for before care. The registration is now open for the Built by Me STEM Legos robotic and coding program for the fall. The program will be held on Tuesdays. Grades 2 and 3 will be from 4 to 5 p.m. and grades 3 through 5 will be from 5:15 to 6:15 p.m. The cost is $160 per student and space is limited to 10 children. Gull Park remains closed until further notice to repair a flooring issue. We received 2 quotes and we're waiting on a third. Unfortunately, the basketball net was cut at Gall and other parks. So we are looking into purchasing chain netting. And we recently have been locking the soccer goals to prevent them from further damage and to prevent them from possibly damaging the turf. Permit holders will have a key, so they'll be able to access the goals when needed. The next rec board meeting will be held on September 16. Board of Ed, construction on the grammar school expansion is delayed pending bonds and guarantees required for the issuance of the permits. The next Board of Ed meeting will be on September 24. Progress, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilwoman Pellegrin?
Yes, Mayor, a couple things. Police update. The 2024 Youth Police Academy graduation ceremony will be held this Friday, August 16th, 1 p.m. at the Elmwood Park Memorial High School football field. 145 recruits are graduating tomorrow. Elmwood Park Police Department's annual Village Block Party and Backpack School Supply event will be held Sunday, August 25th from 12:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. on Mola Boulevard between 16th Ave and Elmwood Terrace. Barbecue by Steve's Burgers, Bounce Houses, and Kona Ice Truck will all be there to make this event extra special. Board of Health update. Fight the flu. Get your free flu shot. Date Thursday, September 19th, 2 p.m. till 5 p.m. Location Borough Hall, 182 Market Street. For all questions, please call the Board of Health office at 201-796-1457, extension 8809. And Elmwood Park residents, please remember to bring your proof of residency. On October 5th, on a Saturday, the Elmwood Park Board of Health presents its 4th annual Elmwood Park Celebrate Seniors. Time 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Location Market Street from Mola Boulevard to Pine Street. So please save the date and be part of this very special day. The Board of Health's next meeting will be held on Monday, September 9th at 7 p.m. And then the new Chamber of Commerce next meeting is being hosted by Spencer Savings Bank. Date Tuesday, August 20th at 5 p.m. Location 680 River Drive in Elmwood Park, and all are welcome to attend. And lastly, save the date on October 19th, 7 p.m. East Coast Professional Wrestling event. Location, Elmwood Park Recreation Center. This event's proceeds will benefit the Residents Assistance Program by helping the People's Pantry. Tickets are $25 at the door, or you can call 201-507-2577. Come out for a night of fun and know you're helping us to help those in need in our community. Community helping community truly makes a difference. I thank all who are making this event possible. Progress, Mayor.
Thank you. Council President Sheridan.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I'd like, Strangers Helping Strangers is having their school supply distribution event this Saturday from 1 to 3 over at the Elmwood Park Firehouse Company number 2 on Parkview. It's free to the Elmwood Park students. The only thing they have to show is a report card, proof that they live in town. Next, this one's not on. Next, Elmwood Park Homeowners Association is going to Wind Creek Casino Friday, August 23rd. The bus leaves from Elmwood Park Rec Center at 10 o'clock, return approximately around 7. The trip is $50. You get $35 back in cash vouchers. Anyone interested, please see Linda or give her a call at 201-982-4919. I just want to give a shout out July 23rd is when we had that big rain flooded storm. I just want to give a shout out to our police department, our fire department for keeping everybody safe that night. We went to the concert over at the high school. I mean, it was bad. And I just want to give a shout out to our police department, our fire department, our DPW. I mean, they did a great job. And I just want to say thank you. Monday we had give a shout out to our police department, #1 in the state. We had the armed robbery and everybody was safe. Nobody got hurt, thank God. I mean, it's just a quick response from our police department, and I just want to give a shout out to Mike and your crew. You're the best. That's it, Mayor. Thank you.
And they arrested the suspect very quickly, too.
Yeah.
Touche. I have a motion to open the floor to the public.
Second.
Anyone from the public here to speak? 1 second, please. We have a lot of people here this evening, and because of the number of people, and I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of people who want to speak, we normally allow you to speak for 10 minutes, but I'm going to cut that to 5 minutes because I want to get out of here by 11 o'clock to see the Johnny Carson reruns. But all kidding aside. Yeah, and what Mike and I were just discussing, I wasn't at the health meeting the other night, but I've been apprised of the conversations and the whole objective of the meeting. So I just would like to say that if there's something new to discuss, bring it forth. But if it's just something that's been discussed at that meeting and it's been resolved already or on its way to be resolved, let's eliminate that here tonight. Go ahead, Michael.
So the mayor's discussing the rat situation. Excuse me. This may help and quell some questions before anybody gets up. We understand what's going on. We communicated that to the rest of the council. There's no need to rehash what was talked about the other night. That's all been given to them. I will tell you that since that meeting, we've retained a professional consultant to come out and evaluate the situation town-wide and give us a report on their findings. We're in the process of looking into an online reporting platform for when people see rats, and we can do a whole mapping system with it. And we started the process to amend our ordinance regarding the use of trash cans. And I looked at it today. It's from 1969, and it's in dire need of updating. And our good attorney here is going to be working on making amendments to that ordinance. So I hope that helps. We don't let grass grow under our feet here. We're on it. We're moving. If you have any complaints, email that address that we gave out the other day and look for this online reporting system that we're going to be putting up. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, first up, I'll need your name. Yes, that's. Need your name and your address, 5 minutes per person. And Pastor Ron will enforce that.
You want to put it up there? Hi, my name is Gregory Backer, 257 Lincoln Avenue, Elmwood Park, New Jersey. I'm here to present my project again for the Greg Backer Veterans Memorial Project, beautification to beautify the right side of Market Street and next to the tanked vehicle to honor all veterans who have served in this previous.
Okay.
So I need to get approval from the council.
I'm sorry?
I need to get approval from the mayor and council.
You are looking for what?
Approval.
Approval.
Correct.
Mr. Counselor, could you please inform us on...
So I think there's still a question of what exact approval you're looking for. In terms of projects that the borough engages in, the type of details we would need to be, specific price lists of things that you're looking to do, schematics and whatnot. And I understand, and I think the council understands that you have a very well-intentioned project here, but it's really in a very conceptual stage that there really is nothing that you've presented for the mayor and council to vote on or approve at this stage. So I think there's a little bit of confusion in terms of exactly what you're looking for and what you think we can do to assist you in what your goals are.
Well, in regards to pricing, I wanted benches, a flower garden, and a monument. So I averaged the price would probably be about 20,000, 30,000, but I'm doing it with raising the funds myself.
And that's good and fine. And like you saw, the Homeowners Association comes here regularly and provides donations to the council for the council to use as they see fit and fine. If you have a project you want to do and you're raising funds for it, that's perfectly fine. Or if you, as a citizen, have individual money that you want to do, again, you need to come, though, if you want the council to approve something, with a concrete plan of what exactly is going to occur. And just saying benches and whatnot is not sufficient for there to be anything for the mayor and council to vote on or to approve.
Well, it pretty much says it right there on the presentation.
And with due respect, I understand that. That's a great conceptual, but that's not the kind of detailed schematics, detailed pricing. What benches do you want? How many benches are there going to be? What's the cost of that going to be?
It says it right there. It says 2 benches, 2 flower gardens, a monument. So I average it. I looked online. Per bench is about 600 to 1,500. The monument is probably about 10,000. I don't know much more I need to do.
I just don't see there being anything for the mayor and council to vote on to approve at this point, unfortunately.
So what else do I need to do?
Oh, can I say something?
Of course.
Great. Why don't you get the specific monument you're looking for, have the company give you a price in writing, the specific benches, the specific landscaping quote, talk to a landscaper, ask them to give you a quote. Get it all in writing, submit it to me, and then we'll relook at it. But we need that stuff from the vendors that are going to be doing the work or providing the items.
So most of it's going to be, I'm trying to get donations for it.
Understood. But let's say, go to Joe's Monument Shop and say, I want that monument. How much is it? Okay, can you put that in writing for me? Go to the bench store, get a quote on the benches, get it in writing, and then talk to a landscaper about what your vision is for the flower beds or whatever, and what type of flower and how much that flower is going to cost to purchase and install. Once you have all of that stuff together and in writing, then you could submit that, and then we're further along at the council having something tangible to be able to approve or disprove. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm trying to do something good for the town.
Understood. I commend you.
All right.
We have to follow the process.
Okay.
Understood?
Well, I wish I knew that beforehand, because then I would have, and then I would have had it for tonight.
Again, we're small steps. We're getting there. We'll get there.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Anyone else care to speak on any subject whatsoever?
Good evening. Eric Sampson, 19B Opal Avenue, from our great borough of Elmwood Park. And I'm here, I received a check from TKA Construction, and that was subsequent to the concert that the borough hosted on July 30th. After that, right after that concert, a fellow named Tom Asabene, who was a long time, his family is a decades-long family here in the borough, and they're very interested in supporting the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. And right after that, there was a picture taken there in front with that picture of the picture of the monument that was taken that night on July 30th. And he presented me with a check. Unfortunately, Tom is unable to come tonight, so he asked me to present this to the council, to the borough, on behalf of TKA Construction for $2,500.
Wow.
For the Vietnam Veterans Memorial.
Let's go, crew. Show me the money. Council, let's get a picture with the... Good. When we do good things happen, right? They just come. You don't have to fight for it.
I'm coming. Good job.
I think I'm going to pass an ordinance, or see if I can get the council to pass an ordinance, that nobody can come up to speak unless they come up with $2,500. Moving along, anybody else wish to speak? Yes. Mrs. Freitag.
Jane Freitag, 35 Hillman Drive. I'm here tonight to express my thanks to the mayor and council for all of your kind words and remembrances after Jeff's passing. He would have been very honored to hear these wonderful comments, and they were nonpartisan, as we would like everything in life to be. The outpouring of sympathy and prayers from the people of Elmwood Park and everywhere has been unbelievable. I cannot say enough to show how thankful I am. Many people visited the funeral home, sent cards, flowers, food, attended the funeral, and so on. I can't enumerate how grateful I am for all these things that people have done. It would be impossible for me to list everything. Our police chaplains, particularly Pastor Ron and Deaconess Barbara, have gone over and above, checking on me, visiting me, sending me cards. Their efforts reflect their status as true people of God. Chief Feligno and the Elmwood Park Police, I cannot believe how much that happened. The chief, you once said that Jeff never complimented the police department. Well, I'm here to say that I'm going to compliment them. They visited Conti's funeral home en masse, and every one of them who was there expressed their condolences. Some of them I remember from when they were little children, and some of them knew my husband, and they had nice things to say, which I really appreciated. The police also visited my house to see if I was okay. I wasn't home, but I did see them on my camera that they were there. Last but not least, they provided a police escort all the way to Holy Cross Cemetery in North Arlington, and it smoothed the way through the traffic. I'm sure there were probably plenty of people on the road who were wondering why they were being held up when this funeral procession was going by. Also, lowering the flag for a whole week, that was so meaningful. We all know that Jeff used to always check every day to see if a flag should be lowered for someone, and he would call the people in charge, like the superintendent of schools and the chief of police in his role as business administrator, to say, you're supposed to have the flag lowered today for this one or that one. He himself was a humble person, and he wouldn't have really liked this fuss to be made over him, but the family is very grateful. And the extended Freitag family, including myself and I, we can't even express how thankful we are for everything was done. Jeff Sr. truly loved Elmwood Park, and many times friends, neighbors would say, why don't you move? And yes, we could have if we wanted to, but Jeff never wanted to leave Elmwood Park. He was a true son of Elmwood Park. He loved it here. That's why he attended all these meetings. He always wanted to know what was going on, and as you know, we were always together. Now it seems very strange for me to be here without him. I'm still going to come to the meetings, and Jeff Jr., who also lives in Elmwood Park, said that he plans to come. And I want to say he's Jeff's son, all right, and look out, because he's also a very precise person. I don't know what more to say. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, people of Elmwood Park, for so much you have done. I cannot express my thanks enough.
Very touching. Anyone else care to speak? Any subject, whatever? Yes, ma'am.
'34 Chestnut Street. So I spoke the other night about this issue, the abandoned pool. And every time I talk about it, the easement matter comes up. I don't care about the easement. I don't care about the piece. There's an issue with this pool. It's a health hazard. I had my 3 kids here. I can't take them out. Okay? And we offered the lady to fill up the pool, but she refused. And she sent us an agreement. She slipped it in our mail to pay for everything. And she wants money from us too. She wants money, and everything is in here, and I have pictures. And my neighbors are here to testify that this pool has been abandoned for over 15 years. So we are just looking for help to make this woman either get rid of the pool or drain it or do something, because this sitting water is very dangerous. And my kids keep getting sick, they keep spiking fevers, and we offered to fill up the pool, but she refused. So we're just looking for help. That's all we're looking for. And I know the easement is a civil matter, but that's the last thing I'm looking about. This problem, she created this problem. She abandoned the pool that was on the easement. So we need her to take care of it and fix that. Please take a look at the pictures and tell me, how would you live with your 3 kids next to that pool?
Can we see it? What street is this on, dear?
Chestnut Street. The woman, she lives 28 Chestnut Street. She's our next door neighbor. And some of the pictures are my toddlers, the bites that he gets. The pool is collapsing, and there's a tree root growing on the side, if you saw it. And I'm pretty sure there are cracks in the pool, and the water, the filthy water, is going into the soil and leaving the pool.
The picture serves 1,000 words. It's disgusting.
It is very disgusting.
Let's see what powers we have here now to resolve the problem.
Thank you.
Mayor, mosquito control's been out there, evaluated and treated both properties. Actually, mosquitoes were found on both properties. Attorney has drafted a pool ordinance. The one that we currently have did not cover these types of issues as far as maintenance, correct, Kyle?
That is correct.
And building department's been out there, and a summons was issued for other violations. So at this point, we're just waiting on the ordinance to be introed and then passed. I explained to this young lady here that it takes 2 months for that to occur.
Okay.
And once we have that in place, then we can take enforcement action. I don't have anything else on it.
Okay, so far, what we did was went out there and we cited the resident. Is that correct?
We cited them for things that we had already in an ordinance. We had mosquito control go out. They submitted reports of their findings, and they treated the area, both houses. And Kyle drafted an ordinance for you guys to review later tonight.
So in the interim, we're going to put more teeth in our ordinance so that something like this occurs, we can move more expeditiously. And
That is correct, Mayor. So there basically was an absence of anything pool-specific in your ordinances as they exist today. As the chief said, obviously, we need to introduce it. We need to then have the first reading before you can take any action and then enforce the actual mechanism. So that'll be on the discussion for the work meeting, which was supposed to start at 7:30.
thank you. We're going to move on the ordinance very quickly as we can within the limits of the constricted time elements. Yes, dear, you something else you want to say?
Is the ordinance in here?
No.
No.
No, because we're creating it now. They're working on it now.
Okay.
There is a draft, the draft in the work session minutes. So the way this meeting, normally we have 2 meetings a month. This month, because of, I don't remember why, we condensed them to 2. So once this meeting, which we're regularly and voting on things. We will then go into a work session where the mayor and council will discuss what's on the agenda for next month's meeting. So at next month's meeting will be when that
I
will
just
proceed.
want to say one more thing. I appreciate all the effort that everybody, is making to take care of this problem. I just want to say that imagine it was you, it was your kids, and summer is here and you cannot enjoy your backyard or take them outside. And I believe that all the violation notice, the change the cover and everything is like putting a Band-Aid to the problem. And we just need her to take an action and, to take responsibility for the problem that she created. Although that we offered help. We offered to help her fill up the pool. And you can see the agreement that she put in our mailbox.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you.
We're on it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Yes, good evening. Good evening. My name is Amin Nassel. I live on 24 Chestnut Street, and I am next to her property. And that pool, I've been there for 15 years. That pool has never been used. My wife and I cannot go out and enjoy our deck or even the backyard because there's so many mosquitoes. It's covered. It has several holes in it, and in the bottom you can see the water is pooling and mosquitoes thrive there. Okay, every time I go out I have to spray myself. I can't enjoy my small back deck. I've sprayed, I've treated the grass with insecticide and whatnot, but it's just so many mosquitoes and they're breeding there. And that pool has not been used in 15 years. Since I moved there, I have not been able to use my backyard because it's an infestation of mosquitoes. And every time I go out, even though I spray, I get bites. I have several light sources to attract the mosquitoes and kill them, but it's just too many. And it's been going on for 15 years, and I think it's enough. If she's not going to use it, I could honestly say she is never going to use that pool. If you look at the pictures, it's abandoned, it's filthy, and it's just a breeding ground for mosquitoes, and it should be addressed. Because we can't live that way. I can't use my backyard. My wife refuses to go out to the backyard because she's gotten bitten so many times. It's not just a few mosquitoes, it's an abundance. And it would be really nice if you could address this issue so we can live comfortably and enjoy our backyards.
I don't think there's anyone here that would want to live under those conditions, and we're going to do all we could to resolve it.
I hope it is addressed because I know about 5 years ago, I complained about it and nothing was ever done. And it'd be nice if something got done and it would be addressed because that pool will never be used. I guarantee in the conditions, if you look at the pictures, it's covered. There's mossy green water. There's roots coming out of that pool. If you look closely, you're going to see roots coming out of that pool, and it's standing water for mosquitoes to breed. I believe that this should be addressed in a timely manner.
We got it.
Okay?
We got it.
Amin Nassel, 24 Chestnut Street. Thank you.
Anyone else care to speak? Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name's Lori. I'm on 25 Chestnut Street, and my neighbor that just spoke, I remember him years ago complaining about this problem with the mosquitoes, not being able to go outside, and nothing was ever done about it. And I witnessed myself the pool, the water is black. There is algae coming up the sides of the pool. There's holes in the nettings, so there's nothing protecting it. And it is black, and the tree roots are coming up so far that they're actually destroying the concrete of the pool. So this is a horrible issue for her to have to endure with the mosquitoes withstanding. Her kids cannot go outside, and who knows what's going to happen to the surface of the pool and what is already happening to the water possibly going into the soil. So I hope and pray that you guys really do something soon about this situation, for them not to be able to even go outside. They've only been living there about 3 years, and it's just terrible to have to deal with this every day. Especially in the humid weather, it gets worse with the mosquitoes.
Yeah, yeah.
So I hope something will be done about it.
I think we all really have a clear picture of the situation. Pictures speak 1,000 words.
Yeah, they do.
We're moving on the ordinance to put more teeth in it, to allow us legally to do more quickly. So they should come at the same time, and we won't let it go. We'll make like this is our home, and that's living next to us.
Okay. Hopefully. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else care to speak? Yes, dear.
Patricia Krejci, 61 Fournier Crescent. We have a house next to us.
Could you, I'm sorry, there.
We have a house that's right next to us. That is a new owner this is the 4th year.
Next door to what?
My house.
Okay.
Okay? We have a rat problem. It's evident. If you took a look of my pictures of the house, I'm not sure of what codes or violations. That's a nothing one. Weeds overgrown. We have a water cooler that's been there for 2 years. This is on the side of the house with all weeds just thrown there. Nick has been here and has addressed it. The grass gets cut once a month, only under my complaint, and Nick will come and they'll get the warning, they cut the grass. Nothing else has been done. It's a breeding ground for the rats, why we're having our problem in my 3 areas. Within, I think it was a 3-week span, 3 houses caught over 30 rats. So we have a professional exterminator on 2 properties and homemade extermination being done on another. We are catching them. It's evident that they're there, but having something like this house has got to be cleaned up somehow, some way. I'll give you the pictures so that you can see what I'm talking about. One is of a park. It's the last fence before you installed the new fencing in Cherry Hill Park. It's all embedded in grassy covering as well.
Yeah.
We suspect that there is a shed back there that is a home to these rats. We don't know for sure, but this is what we're assuming because of the overgrowth of everything and the rat holes that are showing evidence in this shed. They, again, are also new owners to this property. But this has been going on I'm complaining 4 years now. So I realize Nick has the 10-day grace period, but they're not doing the complete job. There was a landscaper that was there about a month ago offering to cut the grass for nothing. At that time, it was up to my knees. They wouldn't answer the door. They don't speak English. Communication is null for me because I can't. I don't even know what they are. It's just a horrible situation. And Nick, I have to say, has dealt with it, but we need more done because this is really breeding what's growing in our yards now.
Okay, dear, hold on one second. Mr. Attorney, is there anything here that we can add to
So I don't know the details of what's been done by the building department already, but you do have an ordinance.
Just the cutting of the grass.
Yeah, you do have an ordinance in terms of that. You have a mechanism, as I recall, to basically have the borough do the work if the homeowner is failing to do so and collect the costs for it. So I'm not sure where in the process it is. I presume the building department's been
There's
called.
a water cooler that's been out there for 2 years that's embedded in weeds now. They cut down a whole bunch of weeds this week. Now I'm thinking they're going to go out on Tuesday when the recycling and the trash and the DPW comes. They're still sitting there. So which tells me that's just going to grow even bigger there too. So this is a 3-year problem now. The woman that owned the house prior to her, God rest her soul, I've known her for 70 years, and she had a pristine house, Shirley Hill. That's the house we're talking about. So she was absolutely immaculate, and we've never had a problem with a bug. Now we have rats.
So the recourse here is partly what we stated at the beginning. We are on it. The if you want to call it a pandemic, maybe a
It
poor
is.
choice of words, but we are on it to at least
I
establish.
understand that. And
You know?
but houses like this, there's quite a few on my block with overgrown grass.
Yeah.
One has just been sold. The grass is like 2 feet high already now. Nobody's doing that. We have a problem, and we can't have that kind of weed overgrowth when you have a rat situation like we do.
You know, I know you've been through this for a couple of years now, and you know the restrictions we have and the process.
That's why I don't know what code we can go to try to help clean up this house a little bit.
Yeah, that's interesting, you'll
There isn't a
look
house
into that,
in
Kyle?
Elmwood Park that looks like this.
The attorney will look into, see.
Thank you.
This,
I mean, we're growing on the house, it's growing to the roof, it's from the back of the house, it's all up the back of the house. Nothing's maintained, nothing. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear. Anyone else care to speak? Yes, we need your name, rank, and serial number.
Lenora Madrepimo, 92 Echo Place, Elmwood Park, New Jersey. On each of this pack, on each of this pack. I have a suggestion. Instead of creating another ordinance for the pools, why don't you add to what you already have in one of those packets?
Lenore,
something
let me stop you right there. Appreciate your suggestion there, but we pay our attorney to guide us in an area like that, so, okay.
But there is a property maintenance, I believe it's in that little packet there.
Okay.
And according to the property maintenance, the grass has to be 10 inches, no more than 10 inches, and it has to be cut. Why? Everybody's always complaining that the grass is 2 feet, 3 feet, 17 inches, whatever the case may be, that it takes so long for something so simple to be taken care of. Now, there is also, one of the things is about the pigeons. We're loaded with pigeons. Now, pigeons, droppings, you'll see in the packet, brings disease to the humans as well as the rats. The rats bring disease to the humans, the pigeons bring disease to the humans, and the pigeons are all over town. I mean, people laugh, they say, oh, she doesn't like the birds. It's not a matter of liking the birds, it's a matter of what diseases that these things are bringing. Now, in my opinion, I mean, I'm thankful that you're already hiring somebody to do the rat investigation, but I think that city that you built down on River Road that you allowed, did you ask the builder, or when you have a builder disrupting so much land, do you have them putting rat boxes up to catch anything when they're disturbing the dirt? I asked when they took down those pristine trees on Echo Place a few years ago, can you have them put up rat boxes or whatever? And basically you all laughed at me. And then little by little, the little rats came out and they're looking for a new home. Now, can you imagine what happened down on River Road when you allowed all those buildings to disrupt all that land? Well, those rats are going to go scurrying up, and that's why I believe that they went up the river and they came across River Road from Route 46 to the Fair Lawn border even more. Okay, it's something to think about. You have a builder that's going to disturb the grounds, have them put up rat boxes, have them do something that's going to protect the residents, the town, and something that you are not going to have to spend money on. I mean, it's plain and simple. I mean, you have it right there. It's you, not you, but some administration put this stuff on the books. Why isn't it enforced? It's plain and simple. Why isn't it enforced? People have to call, people have to complain, people have to, and I mean, they call the building department, right? Nick goes up, Tony goes up, Nick goes up, Tony goes up. Does anybody ever get fined for it? It's how many times do you have to speak to someone before you put your foot down and hit them in the pocketbook? That's it. Everybody's fed up. Everybody is fed up. And you have it in black and white that some administration put on the books for the safety, the quality of life, and the health of the residents in this town.
So what you're saying is basically when any land is disturbed, other than the fact that when a building is raised, we have permits that have to be taken out regarding rodents. And I believe it's a 3-day period. They set traps up and you catch whatever rodents are in that. We have that in place already. Yeah. Baiting, yeah. But now what she's saying is that when a tree area, an empty lot, which we don't have too many of, is disturbed, there should be an ordinance there that reads the same thing, a abatement for the animals.
OSHA has it in their regulations that the workers be protected against rats. Now, if OSHA can put that in their ordinance to protect their workers, I mean, that must mean something.
Yeah. We'll take it into consideration. Thank you, Lenore.
Thank you.
Anyone else care to speak?
Good evening.
Good evening. Good to see you.
Yeah, same here. My name is Sharon Bodner. I live at 7 Real Street, Enwood Park. I just want to know, the chief said that they hired a consultant. How will we get the report of what the consultant says?
Well, I don't know that you will. We're going to digest what he gives us and evaluate what to do from there. But at some point, we'll reach out to our residents and let them know what's going on. Were you at the meeting the other night?
Yes, I was.
Did you put your information down?
Yeah.
Okay, that's how you'll be notified.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know is... Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
Hi, thank you. Olga Miller, 60 Fournier. Just a quick recommendation that I had. I know that a lot of towns offer garbage cans and recycling cans, and that might actually make a big difference in town. Just to have, that might help. Some people can't afford them or don't have a good garbage can system, so that might, help. Just a suggestion. Thank you.
Anyone else care to speak? Yes. And welcome to you, young lady.
Thank you. Chris Kreslak, 27 Linwood Ave. When you do this new ordinance, if you can put dumpsters in there and have some kind of that they're not overflowing, that they fit, and because they're a mess in the apartments especially. Okay, thank you.
We're on it. Anyone else? If not, I will close the public portion. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Mayor, question. Mayor, are we doing the meeting in here?
In the back.
The work session?
In the back.
In the back? Okay.
Yeah. So we have, all in favor on the motion to adjourn? Yes, let's take a 5-minute break, yes.